I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globe trying, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw now, like Don Dallas. All that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never flop. I give it all, they want me rock, they never blow. I give it all, whoa. What you saying, my man? Give it all, whoa. Hey, give it all, whoa. Yeah, stand tall, give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. What do you think when people look at me? 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Inside the Devil's Den, Carey, Ohio, for some N10 girls hoops on a Friday night, where both the Wynford Lady Royals and Carey Lady Blue Devils are looking to stay in N10 title contention. The Lady Devils looking for a season sweep, and the Lady Royals looking to prevent it. And you can catch all the action live and free next.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above-market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
welcome into the OH Report pregame show inside the Devil's Den, Carey, Ohio. I am Josh Banks, joined alongside Mr. Abram Kaple for an N10 contest that at this point in the season has potential title implications, with Wynford taking down Crawford just a few weeks ago.
No, if you look at it, both of these teams have 3 league losses, right? And, just kind of mathematically, a loss eliminates one of these 2 teams, from an N10 title, right? There's going to need to be some help along the ways, but you can look at this. If both of these coaching staffs, this is absolutely a must-win game for them to stay in the hunt.
And it's going to be interesting to see tonight, as both of these teams are very, very young. Wynford 1 senior on the roster, Carey only 2. Wynford's led by 2 pretty talented sophomores in Caroline Sheldon and Brooke Frombaugh. But Carey showed just a few weeks ago when they took down Upper Sandusky inside their gym that, hey, it doesn't matter if you average 9 points a game or 16 points a game. We can shut you down, and that's what they're going to look to do tonight with these 2 sensational sophomores that the Lady Royals have.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of just said with, them as in Carey beating Upper Sandusky, and if you take a real deep look at some of the league scores, there's a lot of parity, especially in the top 6-7 teams in the league. So anybody can beat anybody on any given night, right? And Sheldon and Frombaugh obviously carry the load as sophomores for Wynford, but now you're on the road on a Friday night. There's a lot of people here, pep band here. That environment's a little bit different, right, for 2 young kids. So I'm interested to see how they kind of handle things early on here tonight.
Let's go ahead and take a look at those visiting Wynford Lady Royals, led by head coach Amy Taylor Sheldon, who just about a month or so ago picked up career win number 400 as the head coach of the Wynford Lady Royals. She's looking to continue it. They have won 6 of their last 7, where they average 47.5. They give up 40. That 1 loss out of those 7 came to the Seneca East Lady Tigers, who was also Carey's most recent loss, and they're 10-4, overall 6-3 in the conference. They do everything right offensively, and they're starting to figure it out on the defensive side of things with the youth that they have.
Yeah, well, Coach Amy Taylor Sheldon doesn't have 400 wins because she's not a good coach, right? She's one of the best to ever do it in this area. You give her 6-8 weeks under her belt, right, with this group, and like you said, they've won 6 of 7. You're peaking at the right time as you're heading into the tournament draw. Implications of the league title is on the line. So there's no doubt in my mind that her team is extremely well prepared. I know they're trying to avenge the loss from early on. And I know from my experience coaching against Coach Sheldon, the second time around was drastically tougher because of the adjustments that her and her staff had made.
And that's something they've always done well on the boys and the girls side of things. You can go, whether it's at home or at Wynford, you can go beat them by 5 or 10 the first time, and the second time around, you're either going to lose that game or you're going to have to win it by 2 or 3, because they make all the right adjustments. They make the right adjustments defensively, and they do so much film study that offensively they're going to break you down, and they'll put in 3 or 4 brand new sets just to beat you the second time around.
Yeah, and that's what makes, that's what attributes to a lot of their success. Now on the flip side, right, Carey was always a tough game for me and for us when I was a coach in this league, just because of how physical their kids played. And if you look at the tradition of Carey girls athletics, not only in basketball, but in volleyball and in softball, their kids know how to win. And there's a lot to be said for that, because winning is a skill in and of itself. And they have a lot of success here. So by no means, right, the adjustments that Wynford is going to make, it's not going to be easy on any stretch of the imagination, just given what Carey has.
And one of the leaders for the Lady Royals is one of those sophomores we were talking about. It is sophomore point guard Caroline Sheldon, who come in averaging 9.8 points per game, 3.2 steals per game, but she leads the N10 at 5.6 assists per game.
Yeah, a true point guard, right? A student of the game, you would say. I remember when she was a ball girl, basically out dribbling when she was first, second 3rd grade, and she's watched a lot of basketball, and she's transformed herself into a great player already as a sophomore. I love seeing kids that be able to, share the basketball and have team success, team glory, and her getting an assist is just as important to her as her hitting a 3.
We'll send it down to the floor for the Star Spangled Banner. All right, now let's take a flip of the script here, and we're going to take a look at those home-standing Carey Lady Blue Devils, led by, again, a long-term head coach in Keith O'Flaherty. The things he's done here for this program have been absolutely amazing. They've won 4 of their last 5. Again, their most recent loss coming at the hands of Seneca East. They average 44. They allow 41. So they're right there. 3 points per game is not a big margin, but it only takes 1 to win a basketball game, and that's something they've really started doing here down the stretch.
Yeah, and I was just kind of looking at the banners during the national anthem there, and I kind of forgot. Carey's a defending league champs, right? So they have a lot of kids back from that team that won a league title, and like I was saying earlier, they just know how to win, regardless of sport. The girls here at Carey know how to win games, and I think that's important.
They are led by senior point guard number 10, Rachel Reinhardt. Again, I was here in the building when they beat Upper Sandusky. Rachel Reinhardt had the very difficult task of chasing around reigning N10 player of the year, Grace Walton. I want to say Grace ended that game under 10 points, and Rachel Reinhardt did a phenomenal job all night long of stopping her. Her numbers don't jump off the paper at you. 7.5, 2.5, shoots 72% from the foul line. Her job's done on the defensive end, chasing around the best player for the other team.
Yeah, and a lot of times, regardless of if it's NBA or college or high school, too often we're fixated on the best player or a good player determined on how many points they score. But if you're able to stop the other team's best player or cut their average in half, there's not even words to describe how important that is in terms of being able to win as a team. So you had chatted a little bit just in warm-ups of how good of a defender she is. I haven't seen her play yet this year, so I'm excited to see that matchup between her and Sheldon, kind of being tasked with guarding the other team's best guard.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and stay with Carey, Mr. Kaple. Let's talk about their keys to victory tonight. I really think that for them to win this game tonight, hey, you're going to have to force turnovers. But the big thing, you got to contain the sophomores. We talked about if the offense runs through Sheldon and Fromball, if you contain them, hey, you got a pretty good shot.
No, yeah, kind of like you said, they're both averaging double figures. Taking away those two is obviously going to be key in this matchup.
Quickly, we will talk about Wynford's keys to victory, and then we'll get into action. It's going to be dominate the interior and stay composed. And I'll let you comment on that as we are ready for action.
Josh, before we start, Wynford's jerseys are amazing.
Aren't they, though?
These are sweet.
Fromball has it to Sheldon, right wing. Sheldon's going to pull up. It's an early 3 for Sheldon. If she's doing that early, Wynford's going to have a lot of success.
Yeah, a little almost like a zoom action. Sheldon gets that 3. But Carey quickly handles their pressure with the layup on the back end and then showing pressure of their own. Looks like they're in a little bit of a 1-2-2 or a diamond and one.
Sheldon's going to hoist another one. That one's no good. Rebounded. That'll be rebounded by Wynford. It'll be a jump ball. It will go to Carey as Riley Yost has it for the Lady Devils. We will get a clock up for you guys and a scoreboard as soon as we can.
Looks like Wynford's out here in a little bit of a 2-3 or maybe like a matchup zone. It kind of looks like trying to identify exactly what's going on.
There we go, and it is 3-0 Wynford. And again, another offensive rebound. That's going to be a jump ball, and that's one thing with Wynford. They've got really good size down low with Fromball, but on the flip side of things, Carey's got a freshman that's just as big in Bella Phoenix, so that's going to be a really fun battle to watch. They're going to come out in like a 1-2-2 pressure here. Engler has it now. Right wing, Engler looks to get all the way inside. She's going to bounce it off her own knee. It'll be a turnover as it's 3-2 Wynford here in the early going. Kind of sloppy by both teams so far.
Yeah, I like the hesitation dribble there, though, by Engler. She almost got to the paint. And here's the thing, too. Both teams are kind of in 1-2-2 or diamond and one pressure, and there's not a lot of trapping going on, but they're just trying to speed each other up. And so far, Carey's forced almost a near turnover in their pressure. Wynford's forced one or two now. And you're just trying to let teams not get set into what they want to do.
As Engler's going to Engler hoists one, can't knock it down. Yost has it for Carey. 3-2 your score. Right wing. It's great defense. Fromball's going to get a rejection there. And that's just, again, it's effort on both sides of the ball by both of these teams. And that's what it's going to take to win this game tonight. And they are going to flip that call. Looked to me like it was off of Fromball, though, on the block. But it'll be Wynford basketball.
Yeah, some clarification there by the officials that it was off 33 and white. And again, I like Carey's ability to use Phoenix out front here at 5'11" with, really long arms and long legs. She's just trying to be in the front of that pressure, in the front of that press to call some deflections. And here Wynford turns it over again. Unfortunately for Carey, that's a dead ball turnover. You'd like to see those to be live and get something in transition.
Emily Brobman forces that turnover, one of the leading scorers in the conference, the leading scorer for these Lady Devils. She gets it to Phoenix. Phoenix guarded by Sheldon. Big mismatch there. Sheldon plays great interior defense. It ends up in the hands of Engler. One more to Sheldon. Great crossover, step back three. What a move by Sheldon there, had that went in.
Yeah, I think she almost crossed herself up a little bit. It looked like her feet got a little bit tangled and she didn't have anything to do but shoot it. But no, to be able to reject that screen was
as
impressive.
Yost will hoist one, nothing doing. Neither team can find the net right now.
Both teams playing a little bit quick.
Fromball. It's going to get called for a travel. And both teams, I think you just said it best, they're speeding each other up, and it's forcing them to play out of their comfort zone.
And like you just said, nobody's made any shots. But, other than Caroline Sheldon's first three, there's the quality of shots aren't really what you would want to see as a coach. Everything's a little bit rushed. Oh,
what a block by Sheldon. We're going to take another look at that one.
Ooh.
How about that block by Sheldon? Point guard gets up and says, get out of here.
Really impressive block there by Caroline. Great timing. Saves them 2 points.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-second call. Not really anything special there, just really good job of switching the screens and staying with their defender.
See, we say that there's nothing really special there, but you know, we talked about in the pregame the adjustments that are made by Wynford. Like obviously, whatever blob was ran there was covered by Coach Sheldon in the pregame, and he calls it a 5-second call.
Fromball stays strong, keeps her feet that time, and draws the foul. That'll go on Trinity Reinhardt. And that's a big move there as Fromball's going to go to the line. And you know this better than anybody, being a former coach in this league. And at any level of basketball, whether we're at youth, high school, college, professional, all it takes is seeing one shot go through the rim to get yourself in a rhythm as she misses the first.
For sure, for sure. Getting yourself to the free throw line, seeing the ball go in. There goes the second of two. You know, Wynford's going to her early and often, and I like that approach.
Sheldon's got another block. She got 2 blocks on the evening. Hey, I think we already got 2 top plays for the game in the first quarter.
Yeah, listen, Josh, those aren't baby blocks by any means. Those are 2 big-time rejections by arguably the smallest person on the floor.
Yeah. Broadman has it now, gets it to Trinity Reinhardt. She's going to get fouled by Fromball. As Reinhardt will step to the line to shoot 2. Trinity and Brooke really similar size. So it'll be interesting to see who wins that matchup tonight.
Absolutely. I think she kind of took an off-balance shot that looked unorthodox and picked up a foul call just because it looked a little abnormal.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, Coach Sheldon kind of grimaced, and I think that was her way of saying I don't necessarily agree with that. But, you know, nonetheless, that's something to pay attention of, you know, Fromball picking up her first with halfway through the first quarter.
Engler has it, gets it to Sheldon. Sheldon gets around the defender. Great pass to Fromball. That's why she leads the N10 in assist.
Yeah, we call that, you know, like a drop 5. She drove baseline, picked up help. Again, understanding where her teammate's supposed to be, Brooke being where she was supposed to be. That's an easy dump off for the league's leading scorer.
6-2, 3:15 left here in quarter number 1. Yost has it. Broadman in the corner. She'll knock down a long 2 for Emily Broadman, and it's 6-4. Engler now. She'll hoist a 3 off top of the backboard. It'll be Carey basketball. But it's one of those things where, and we see it especially at the pro level now, that quick 3-point trigger.
Yeah, if there was a shot clock, that'd be early in the shot clock. But, hey, listen, I like that shot because it looked like Carey miscommunicated and she was left open, and you have to shoot that.
Yost gets it to Reinhardt, and she's going to get called for a travel. Happy feet on the catch. You catch that ball as a big, especially on the girls' side of things and in this league, at 5'10", which is what her and Fromball are both listed at. You catch that ball in the post, you don't expect to turn around and see somebody the same size as you waiting on you.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that perspective, but you make a good point.
As that foul is going to go on number 21. That's Riley Stoops, who's checked into the game for Carey. Her first, team second. Maggie Ridge, another sophomore, will step to the line for the Lady Royals. Up and good. Jenna Affiliator will check into the game. Freshman.
Okay. Listen, Wynford's got a good amount of size here. 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, they do.
6 foot. I don't know. Brooke Fromball looks like she's 6 foot.
That ball's tipped. It'll end up in the hands of the Lady Royals, but it'll be a jump ball that will stay with Wynford. That was kind of a weird sequence there, as you could have called a travel. You could have called a couple jump balls. They wait for everything to kind of tie up. Ends up jump ball, ends up in Wynford's possession, and now they can look to get this to 5, maybe 6. Sheldon gets it to Affiliator. Almost traveled back to Sheldon. Caroline. Up top to Engler. Engler looking down at Fromball. Gets it to Westrick. Top to Sheldon. He's going to feed it out Fromball inside. And Brooke Fromball is just so good in the post, using her size, and she's got great awareness as she's got another bucket.
Well, I love that set by Wynford. On the ball reversal, if you catch it in a replay, Brooke's timing to go and post or kind of like a duck in was impeccable, and that's why that shot was so easy.
Engler's going to look to take it all the way inside. She'll get fouled by Phoenix. And that's just effort, hustle. And the thing about it is with Carey, one big thing about Brooke Fromball, and you said it yourself, she's the leading scorer in the N10. Not only does she know how to use her size in the post, but she runs the floor extremely well, as we just seen right there. She beat the guard down the floor, was in the post. That forces that big to slide over and help. And then when you've got to come to help on the guard that dribbles past their defender, you're going to get called for a foul 9 out of 10 times.
You got to give credit there to Meredith Engler. That's the second time she's kind of used a hesitation dribble. This time she gets herself to the free throw line. But listen, she started since she was a freshman.
Yep.
And it's wrong here in the program. She's a senior, but she's played a lot of basketball to be able to do that.
Sheldon has it now. Gets it to Engler. To Fromball down low. She's going to look to go to work. Gets it to Sheldon. 1:10 left on the clock. Sheldon in the corner, back to Engler. Gets a screen from Fromball. Loses it for just a second, but keeps her dribble. Great backdoor cut. Ridge unable to contain it, but it'll be a jump ball to go to Carey. But that's a great backdoor cut there by Maggie Ridge. 10 for your score, 57 seconds left. Yost gets it to Kessler. Reagan Kessler, who's also in the game, to Broadman. Looking to get it inside to Phoenix. Must have been tipped on that far side by Sheldon. Both of these teams want to use their size early. That's what we're seeing.
I think Carey is confused, as am I, as to what defense Wynford's in. Like, now it kind of looks like a 1-3-1. With Affiliator out top, when her length, they're, man on baseline out of bounds. And I think that's causing some confusion from Carey is every time down the floor, it's hard to figure out what they're in.
As that's going to lead to another Carey turnover.
I mean, we're not statting this, but that's got to be 5-6 turnovers here in the first quarter.
I want to say it's 6, absolutely.
We talked about composure, too, in the pregame. And, Wynford's youth seems to be unfazed by the pressure.
Yeah, let her set her feet. She's not going to miss.
Yeah, that's a big-time shot. I mean, she's a volume shooter, like you said. Her feet were set, shoulders are square to the rim, and I would like my chances of that going in if I'm Wynford.
It's a great drive there by the freshman Bella Phoenix. Maggie Ridge gets the board, ends up in the hands of Carey. Trinity Reinhardt's got the board, and that's going to roll in. Trinity Reinhardt's got 2 more.
Huge bucket there by Carey to finish the quarter because, it was 9, and now it's 7. It's a little bit more manageable. I do think she traveled there before the layup, but nonetheless, that was a much-needed basket by the Blue Devils.
13-6 your score after 1 here inside the Devil's Den. We'll be back for second quarter action after this commercial break.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to be entering its second year of media sponsorship for local nonprofits.
We've partnered with Crawford County Now to offer nonprofits a podcast and a radio spot.
First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back inside the Devils den, Josh Banks, Abram, Kaple, and it's going to be an early foul on Carey. 2 more free throws coming for the Lady Royals. That'll go on Yost, her first, team first, and it will send number 10, Engler, to the line where she's 1 of 3 from the stripe now, I do believe.
Yeah, you're right.
Make that 1 of
There you go,
4.
1 of 4.
Rebound by Broadman. She's going to look to get up the floor. Gets it to Yost. 3 ball up off the side of the glass. No good. Engler with the rebound.
Good decision.
That's a great drive by Westrick. That looked like a clean block from my angle.
Well, I think the boos are coming from the fact of, I don't know if that shot was going to be made.
Yeah.
Right?
Westrick misses the first. Sheldon's going to check back into the game.
Westrick kind of drove baseline and kind of got herself stuck in the air there. Didn't really have anything to do with it. And
up,
you know,
under, reverse. Arm must have got smacked in the process.
For sure. What I do like about that possession, though, Banks open, is in transition, Meredith Engler probably could have took a very contested layup. But, again, I'm going to go back to, you know, her senior leadership pulled that out and, you know, was able to get a better shot for Wynford in that last possession.
Early turnover number 8 for the Lady Devils here in quarter number 2. As Sheldon, who's now back into the game, is going to bring it across the timeline. Tries to get to Fromball, ends up back in the hands of Sheldon. Back to Caroline. Gets a screen. She's going to get all the way inside. It'll be tipped. It'll stay with Wynford. But again, it's one of those things. She split some defenders, maybe got a little ahead of herself for the easy layup, ended up losing it, it looked like, off of her own leg.
Yeah. Nice little baseline out there. Kind of curled the inbounder.
To Ridge, back to Engler, starting 5 on the floor for the Lady Royals.
This has kind of been Wynford's best offense here is when something breaks down, they're calling it blitz. It's just a single ball screen with Fromball. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Fromball, yep.
You know, with 2 guards that can handle it and go both ways, and Sheldon and Engler.
That's a deep one for Sheldon.
And that's the thing,
limitless range for Caroline Sheldon, her 3rd triple of the half.
If you're Carey, you got to go over top of anything that's ball screen related for her because, you know, Fromball just kind of sealed.
Riley Yost has 2. That might have been their best offensive possession of the night for Carey right there.
Yeah, they look a little bit out of sorts. Wynford is very much in control of this game. I know it's only 9, but it feels like more than that.
Sheldon gets it to Engler. Fromball wants position. She had position down in the post. Get it to her a little late. Back to Engler. To Maggie Ridge. Ridge going to look to get all the way inside. Back out to Sheldon.
There's blitz again. Ball screen.
To Engler. She's going to get another screen from Fromball. Great bounce pass. Brooke Fromball's got 2 more. And it's exactly what you said. It's a high ball screen roll. Read the roll. Just keep, as that's going to be a turnover now. Fromball with the steal.
Wing, here comes a flare on the backside. Wasn't there. I still got the scouter in my head.
Hey, you coached against them for a couple years there, so.
Well, here's the thing. In Trinity Reinhardt here for Carey is in a little bit of a blender having to defend these ball screens.
Shelton's going to knock it away. Westrick's going to come away with the steal. Coach Shelton's going to get the timeout. And that's just one of those things where you see effort coming out on the floor. You know, you've got the Wynford girls on the floor first. And in a game that's at the magnitude of this one is, again, Crawford's kind of out in front in the conference with only one conference loss. But they play Carey again. They play Wynford again. So they've got a chance to have 3 losses. You know, and we all remember what happened just last year or maybe the year before when Bucyrus beat Crawford in the last regular season game of the year to cost Crawford the N10 title.
Sure.
Anything can happen. This is a very important game, and you see the Wynford girls on the floor first. You see them with the extra hustle.
And that's what I was going to say. It definitely feels like Wynford has a little bit more sense of urgency, I would say. You know, maybe feels like they understand what this game actually means. This is a huge possession for Carey defensively. Phoenix is now on From ball. We'll see what this looks like.
We're going to set a little down screen for Sheldon. Engler has it. Gets it to Ridge. Ridge going to look to get all the way inside. How about that bounce pass to From ball? It'll be a jump ball, but that was a great find from Ridge. A little cross-court bounce pass that was on point.
Yeah, listen, she drives it hard when she gets it. But a big stop there from Carey.
And a call, push on Engler. Probably a good call there, a little bit too handsy. Riley Yost, the primary ball handler tonight for the Lady Devils, gets it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt wants to get it inside to Phoenix. Now they're going to call the second one. That's the second one on From ball here early in the second quarter. I don't know.
They called it on 15.
Oh, they called it on Ridge. So it must have been on Broadman before she got into the corner.
Yeah.
Look at Sheldon. Tips the inbound pass, ends up with the turnover. Great pass to Ridge, great pass to From ball. But Phoenix with a great job defensively as well to get the steal. Yost.
Oh, good cut there.
They're going to call a foul on From ball before the travel. Broadman with a great step through.
Yeah, listen, she flashed right to the dead spot in the zone, and like you said, a nice step through there. Carey's got to see these two go in, right? I mean, it's only 11, but like I said earlier, it feels like a little bit more.
Broadman knocks down the first.
Make this second free throw. Get back into your pressure. You know, see if you can get a live ball turnover. You know, maybe take advantage of From ball going to the bench here a little bit. If you got something else, junk defense related, now would be the kind of time to do it. Well, she's quickly coming back in.
As it looks like that foul wasn't called on From ball down low. It was called on Maggie Ridge.
Oh, okay.
So Ridge has 2.
Maybe there was some miscommunication here.
Tried to get it to Maggie Ridge. Ends up in the hands of Caroline Sheldon. Right corner with Engler. Tell you what, they've got 2 of the better ball handlers, I think, in the league with Engler and Sheldon.
Sure. Well, here's the thing, too. Wynford trying to enter to the high post has been tipped or deflected every time.
Looks like it is a 1-3-1 type defense by the Lady Royals, but then I'm really confused on what we're seeing here. That foul's going to go on Phoenix. Offensive foul. She was hooking Sheldon trying to get position. That is the correct call. But now I see you were trying to figure it out last quarter, and now I see myself trying to figure it out because it looked like a 1-3-1.
It's like a 1-3-1 matchup. Which honestly is pretty high level to be able to do defensively. This will be a stagger here. Good pressure here, though, by Carey to not let Wynford get into what they want.
Sheldon has it now. Sheldon tried to get to Fromball.
Throwing into the high
Stolen
post.
away. Trying to get to that high post, yeah.
It's a tough post entry pass. It's just a weird angle, you know, being at the top of the key. The defender's directly between you and the person you're trying to throw it to. I think Carey's either stole it or gotten tips there.
Almost every time. Brodman has it in the corner. That's Reinhardt. Yost. Brodman with the ball fake. 3. Great shot. Huge 3 for Emily Brodman.
You know,
and it's 6.
I was just going to say that. Against zone, looks like we got a rolled ankle. Against zone, you got to be able to use pass fakes to get the defense to move. Good power dribble, good patience by Brooke down there. Really impressed with her so far. Definitely playing above the age of a sophomore. There's no doubt about that.
In the corner, that's Kessler.
I like that flash there. There you go.
Great pass to Trinity Reinhardt. Again, she's not 100% right now. She was down with the ankle earlier. Great outlet pass to Fromball. Brooke, great job by McKinley Kessler to come up behind her. It'll be Carey basketball.
Yeah, is Wynford missing points on the scoreboard? It's 21. You're right.
Yeah,
the
they
score
are.
on TV is right because they didn't count that last bucket down here.
The Fromball bucket.
Yeah. Wynford goes away from pressure.
Brodman has it. Gets it to Yost inside. Westrick dives on the floor. Brodman, hesitation on the shot. Westrick almost comes away with another one that ends up in the hand of Yost. They're gonna get Brandon Westrick on the hold.
You know, the thing that Carey's got to do here, you know, maybe they talk about it at halftime, is you almost have to overload the zone a little bit to kind of get it to morph into what you want. Because right now they look like they're trying to run dribble drive or trying to attack these gaps off the bounce. And anytime you get by defender one, there's another person there. So I think you got to try to get it to morph by, you know, overloading one side of it.
46.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Yost splits the pair. 21-14. Sheldon has it now for the Lady Royals. Caroline.
Yeah, let's see it. They're going to hold here for the last shot of the half, I would think. And Josh, I don't know what your takes are, but I am a big fan of having a shot clock in high school basketball.
1,000%. Even if it's 35, it's still something.
Sure. I mean, I used to do this too, and who wouldn't? Oh, here's the wing.
They're going to set the double screen, get to Sheldon.
Flare on the backside.
Sheldon catch and shoot, feet set, 3 ball. Her 4th of the half. She's got 12, and that makes it 10. And that one doesn't fall. How about the first half for Caroline Sheldon? 12 of their 24. That'll do it for half number 1 here inside the Devils Den Carey High School. Wynford with a 10-point advantage, 24-14. We'll be back for halftime stats and analysis after this quick commercial break.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here. Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above-market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
back inside the Devil's Den Carey High School in Carey, Ohio, where the Wynford Lady Royals have a 24-14 advantage at the half. Josh Banks here alongside Mr. Abram Kaple in what was a Wynford dominant first half.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, the score says 10, and again, I sound like a broken record because I keep repeating myself, but it definitely feels like more than that. I felt that they controlled both ends of the floor. And again, we talked a little bit at a timeout that they feel like they're playing with a little bit more sense of urgency and have definitely been the aggressor through one half of play.
We're going to take a look at some halftime stats. And this is really going to say it all. 3 field goals, 4 triples, all from our player spotlight, Caroline Sheldon. But how about 14 boards, only 7 turnovers, 6 fouls. But I think the one stat you're going to want to see improved if you're Coach Taylor Sheldon, 4 of 10 from the stripe in the first half.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat. That's definitely something that Coach Sheldon probably isn't a huge fan of. I guess I didn't really realize that until you had said that. One thing that I would like them to kind of see clean up just a little bit would be offensive rebounds. And I get that that's tough to do playing a zone, but I think that's going to be crucial coming down the stretch, is limiting to Carey one-and-done opportunities on the offensive end.
On the flip side, thanks for Carey, they got 4 field goals, 1 3, 10 boards, 10 turnovers. They've also committed 6 fouls, and they are 2 of 6 from the stripe. Neither team shooting it very effectively from the free throw line, but 12 points from Sheldon on 4 threes has really kind of been the difference in the first half.
No, it absolutely has been. And, these first 3 minutes of this half is really important for Carey. They're going to come out here starting on defense, and it's pivotal for them to get a stop score and then another stop to start this off. I'm curious to see what Wynford runs here out of the break. You would have to think that it's going to be something here for Sheldon. They run a lot of flare screens for their shooters. I can also see Meredith Engler dribbling to the left wing, turning to throw back to the top, and then keeping it with the ball, and then turning and going on the left baseline. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if I predict. That'd be my concern. Well, I didn't have that in the cards.
Riley Yost comes away with the steal. That's a great start to the half for the Lady Devils. Riley Yost has 2, and it's down to 8.
Well,
gets it to Engler. Gets that left hand.
Stop a score. Another stop here. Ugh, you hate to see that. Look like they're going to face guard Sheldon here a little bit.
She had 21 the other day against Upper Sandusky on 7 triples.
Well, here's the thing.
Gets it inside the ridge. Gets it to Fromball. Fromball is going to get fouled by Emily Broadman. And here's the thing. Here's the big advantage you have if you're the Wynford Lady Royals. Yes, Sheldon has 12. Yes, she has 4 triples. Brooke Fromball's got 9.
Sure.
And if you face guard
Correct.
Sheldon,
yep, I know where you're going.
You got to stop Fromball down low.
Well, if you face guard, you're basically taking away another help defender. And not to say that it's not justified to go and face guard Caroline, but you're going to leave your big defenders to play one-on-one with Brooke in the post. And, truthfully, I like Brooke in that situation.
Yost tries to get it inside. Sheldon with the steal and with the left. She said, face guard me. I'll just get a steal and get a layup my own way.
Yeah, that was a tough finish.
Broadman's going to hoist.
Huge.
She's 2 of 2 from deep.
Huge.
Emily Broadman knocks it down.
Listen, that's going to come back to be one of the bigger shots in this game. If you're Carey, that was more than needed.
It'll stay with Wynford as I seen it before you got here for the JV game. Wynford was up 10-3 in the first quarter. Carey put this press on. Wynford struggled to get out of it. They struggled to break the press. I don't expect to see the same thing out of the varsity when you've got Engler. But that's another turnover. The second already of the half.
Times, yeah.
Yost has it to Kessler. Broadman wants it in the post. I don't know how favorable that matchup is for her against Fromball. Out here, she's 2 of 2 from 3. Gets it to Reinhardt. Gets it to Broadman. Blocked by Fromball.
I like that possession, though, by Carey.
Sheldon's going to have it taken away. Rachel Reinhardt, our player spotlight for Carey, gets a steal.
Numbers.
Gets it up to Reinhardt. Outside. Kessler, a little floater. 2 points. 28-21. It's a nice little run for the Blue Devils. And it's because of the press. The press has forced 2 of the 3 turnovers. They just get another one where Sheldon breaks the pressure, gets trapped in a corner. They just take it right out of her hands. The defensive intensity has turned up for Carey, and now they're only down 7.
Yeah, they're, I talked about Wynford looking really composed in the first half. Now, like you said, Carey's starting to speed them up a little bit. They've gotten turnovers on the sideline out to start the half. They got a turnover in the back court, and now they got one in the front court. Great time out here by Coach Sheldon. Talk things over. No harm, no foul. All good teams make a run. It's just withstanding it. And when somebody punches, you got to find a way to punch back.
So there's Sheldon. Sheldon getting rode pretty hard coming up the baseline here. No call. The ball will stay with Wynford. How about that little slip? Ridge unable to finish. Broadman's got it for Carey. Gets it to Reinhardt in the corner. Broadman in the corner. Gets it up top. Westrick almost comes away with it.
Oh. I'm not saying nothing.
I thought for sure that before Carey had that possession, Westrick tipped it.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that call. But it is Wynford basketball. Angler to Westrick. Gets a screen from Ridge. Gets it up top to Fromball. To Sheldon. Sheldon being face guarded hard. Fromball is going to go to work down low. The step through with the left hand, Brooke Fromball.
Listen.
She's got 13 now.
Really good
and
move.
Sheldon's got herself another one. Crossover to Engler. Inside to Fromball. Great feed. Brooke Fromball's got herself 2 more.
Listen, great pass by Meredith Engler, threading the needle. A good timeout there by Coach Keith O'Flaherty, but a nice little run there from Wynford to push it back to double digits. Look at the scoreboard. Caroline and Brooke have 29 of their 32.
Everybody else has 1.
Yeah. And, the thing here, too, for Carey is I like what they're doing offensively. Like, they're getting the ball to the short corner on the baseline. Emily Broadman right now has 10 of their 21. But when she catches it in that short corner, she looks a little bit unsure of what she wants to do. And I think it's because the last 2 times she went aggressively, she's kind of got rejected. So now she's a little bit scared to kind of keep attacking Fromball there. But I like what Carey's doing in the half court to kind of get the ball to that short corner area behind the zone.
Well, and it's one of those things where the last 2 times that she's caught it in that short corner, nobody stepped out to her.
Correct.
She's shooting the ball very well tonight. That's an easy just little pull up.
But she looks, great pass.
Bella Phoenix got 2, and now it's becoming a who can stop the run first. Did you hear Coach Sheldon getting on to Caroline? Look middle, she's trying to bring it up the floor herself.
Well, yeah, you probably want to reverse it there a little bit. Just throw it back to the inbounder. Like
Ridge. Gets it to Engler. Almost traveled. Engler's going to get the screen from Fromball. Right back to her. Sheldon, catch and shoot. That's going to be left off the hand. Sheldon has it again.
She's got a really quick
To
release.
Engler. They want to get it down low. Great feed to Fromball. Over the left shoulder with the left hand. She's a sophomore that can go both ways. She's got 17.
Listen, you just said it. Her ability to go both ways and finish with both hands is really impressive. You know, I'm trying to think back, 5, 6, 7 years. This is going to be a really big statement. Is she the best back to the basket post player the league's seen in those 7, 8 years, right?
I can't think of anybody in that time frame that's been better on that block.
Well, yeah, just in terms of footwork and finishing with both hands is.
As Bella Phoenix, the freshman, with an offensive rebound and a putback.
Yeah, she's been a nice little spark here this third quarter. The pace of this game seems to be ticking upwards here a little bit, and I had said it at the break. Offensive rebounds, keep an eye on that stat. Playing a zone, you're a little bit out of position when Brooke comes to, the free throw line and a missed shot. Now she's on the backside of Phoenix, giving up some offensive rebounds there.
Gets it into Engler, gets a screen from Fromball. Taken away. Riley Yost tries to go coast to coast. Nothing doing. It'll stay with Carey as Riley Stoops was unable to put it in.
Good take, though, by Riley Yost in transition. You had numbers. Just didn't get it to fall, but I like the aggressiveness of trying to get to the rim in that situation, especially with her size and her athleticism.
Yeah. Broadman.
I would honestly like to see her attack it a little bit more.
Kessler gets it to Broadman. Fromball's just presence down there affects people differently. As that foul is going to be called on McKinley Kessler.
Listen, she's just a freshman too.
Both of these rosters are very, very young.
Listen, she's done a really nice job here to start this third quarter.
Sheldon, great cross-court pass to Ridge. She's going to look to go all the way. She's going to go to the line. And the pass, Sheldon got yelled at, see the floor, see the floor. She's seen the floor that time. Cross-court pass leads to a foul.
Yeah, Carey needs to stop the ball a little bit earlier in transition there. Kind of put Bella Phoenix in a bad position. That's her third, Josh, as she's going to have to go to the bench here. She's had at least 4 here in this third quarter. It was a nice little spark for them offensively.
That'll go to Carey off the hands of Brooke Fromball. Or Wynford staying in this pressure, though. Sheldon looks to jump the first pass. That time is stolen away by Liming. Ends up in the hands of Sheldon. Gets it to Fromball. Fromball, great extra pass. Maggie Ridge will go to the line for 2 more. But that's the thing with these Lady Royals. You're going to see here on the replay. Maggie Ridge will go to the line for 2 more. She drops to that left or that right shoulder. We'll call it the right shoulder. Hey, they're going to collapse on me. That means my teammate's wide open.
Can we show the replay again?
I don't know if I have the pass. Great extra pass. It's a great move. Ridge will go to the line for 2 gets more. That right shoulder, which, again, she's a right-handed player. Sure. And I think she's gone more over that right shoulder tonight than she has the left.
She really has. She really has.
Ridge is going to split the pair. No, Ridge makes both. Correction. Ridge will make both. That'll lead to a Keith O'Flaherty timeout. They cut it to 7, and now it's right back to 12. A 13-11 quarter so far for Wynford. And the difference has been Brooke Fromball in quarter number 3. She had 9 at the half.
Who did, Brooke?
Brooke had 9 at the half. Sheldon had 12. Brooke's got 8 here in the quarter. Sheldon's only got 2. They have 13 in quarter number 3.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what Carey does coming out of this timeout here. I mean, they need something, whatever you feel your easiest bucket is, you need it about right now.
Is this one of those third quarter, is it a must-score possession for Carey right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. The ball's on the baseline out. I would assume Wynford stays with some full court pressure here. Carey's just got to use the reversal and quit. Just pass fake to the middle of the zone and reverse it, and then work your way across the timeline there. Not everything's got to be a home run. Not everything's got to be a diagonal for a layup. Just use your reversal, play behind the basketball, and don't turn it over.
Broadman gets it back, gets it to Kessler, back to Broadman again. And that's a great job there of breaking that pressure. Kessler has it up top to Yost. In the corner, Broadman. 2 points, Emily Broadman. And that's been your go-to here in quarter number 3.
She's done a lot of good things. She's got to continue to be aggressive for them. You know, that time Wynford's help didn't rotate as fast.
She's so big, she's so strong, and she's so talented with the ball in her hands. She can catch it anywhere and finish.
Sure, and it's not a surprise, you know, just how efficient she is in the paint. She's leading the league in field goal percentage. I was able to see today when I was reviewing the stats. Getting a much-deserved break here. Minute 30 in the quarter. You know, try to extend that break as long as you can.
She comes in averaging 16 a game, shooting 57% from the field. Engler has it, almost has it ripped away. It'll go to Carey. But it's one of those things where if you're Carey, you're getting a score, but you're not getting that stop defensively to be able to cut into it even more.
Right, you can't trade baskets.
Yost has it for the Lady Blue Devils. Brings it across center court. Broadman. Basket's good and a foul. Emily Broadman, and Brooke Frombaugh is going to come off the bench real quick and get back into this game.
Yeah, it didn't take real long.
She got about a 10-second break.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, Jen affiliator here, just a freshman, right? You know, comes in for a little bit, and, you know, Coach Coker is over here talking to her, wanted her to step up a little bit in that zone, be a little bit more physical. But listen, she's done some nice things off the bench for them as well, and just a learning opportunity.
Gets it into Ridge, back to Frombaugh to Engler. There's a beautifully executed press break. Engler is going to go to the line to shoot 2, and that's a beautiful job of breaking the press without dribbling the basketball.
Well, the biggest thing that Wynford's doing that I've been trying to tell Carey to do from over here is use the reversal. Use the reversal. That person's not being guarded, and you know, then when you go to trap, and then you're in scramble, and then you can find a guard like they did at Engler. Now she's going downhill with a full head of steam, and that's really the only place that she can end up is the free throw line.
Affiliator got a little talking to on the bench. She's going to get some more minutes, replacing Maggie Ridge, who has 3 fouls. Engler's next one. She splits the pair. Yost has it now. Inside of a minute to go here in quarter number 3. And I tell you what, they had a wide open layup. She just hesitated on the step through. Engler stolen away by Yost. Affiliator gets back though. Ends up in the hands of Kessler. Basket's good and a foul. Offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities will hurt you at some point, and it just hurt the Lady Royals right there.
A heck of a steal down here by Riley Yost to get him out in transition, and Kessler misses 2 layups and then makes the hardest one with the foul. But, hey, it's going to potentially result in the most points. So a big free throw here. Try to cut this to 8. I would assume Wynford then holds for the last shot of the quarter.
Kessler knocks it down to the Sheldon. Up to Ridge, to Engler. Dangerous pass. Sheldon's going to pull it out, and again, just like you said, look for that last shot.
Yeah, you want to try to shorten the game the best you can.
From ball, gets it to Engler. They're going to keep everything outside here. They got a little count going. Turnover. Carey's going to have a shot to cut it to 6, maybe 5 with a 3 here to end the quarter. Reinhardt will check in. That's a little bit of an offense-defense sub right there. Reinhardt, the better shooter for Kessler. Yost.
Go.
3 ball. How about it? Riley Yost. 3 at the break. It's now a 5-point game going into the 4th quarter. And we're going to have that 4th quarter for you live and free after this commercial timeout. Back inside the Devil's Den, Carey, Ohio. Before we start 4th quarter action, I want to give a quick thank you to our sponsors tonight. Burson, Bakies, Insurance Agency, Spherion Mid-Ohio, and, of course, the OH.REPORT. But, hey, guys, if you'd like to see your business sponsored in Carey basketball games, we've got a couple more in the area. Reach out to Brian Skoronsky with a call or text at 970-629-0006.
Josh, Riley Yost is having herself a second half.
She absolutely is.
Big time 3. Listen,
and how about it's a 2-point game?
Yeah, it went from 8 to 2 in literally 17 seconds of game time.
But the difference in the second half, again, we talked about the
Here's
third quarter that Fromball had. As they're going to look to feed her, she'll save it.
Live ball
the Lady
turnover.
Royals weren't even paying attention. They expected that to go out of bounds. And now Carey can tie it or take the lead.
Just an ill-advised there pass by Engler. Didn't give herself
Reinhardt,
a good angle.
Broadman's left open. Short. Fromball gets the rebound. But what I was going to say is the difference in the second half has been McKinney Kessler's face guarding of Caroline Sheldon.
Yep, she's got 2 points. Oh,
they're going to call a foul on Kessler there on the 3-point attempt. We'll take another look at Kessler's face guarding of Caroline Sheldon.
Yep, she's got 2 points.
She did get her on the arm. They're going to call a foul on Kessler there on the 3-point attempt.
Well, and this is the thing, too. I would venture to say that Caroline shoots it at a pretty high clip from the stripe.
71%.
Yeah, that's.
Back to 3.
Don't want to give her confidence if you're Carey. This is.
Make it 4.
Would want to know how many free throws she's shot at age 14 or 15 already in her life, but the number may not exist.
And how about all 3 for the sophomore? She's up to 16, and it's right back to 5. Kessler almost lost it, gets it to Yost. Almost traveled. Yost has it, kicks it in the corner. Rachel Reinhardt can't knock it down, but how about Riley Yost? Defensively, offensive rebounds. They're going to call that foul on Westrick. Her 4th.
You know, her versus, you know, Bree Westrick here, and nothing, no offense to Bree, but Riley Yost is probably going to get that rebound 10 out of 10 times.
Absolutely. Broadman, great feed to Phoenix. It'll go off of Phoenix, so it'll be Wynford basketball. Which team can get the first stop and score to either cut it closer or expand it more? Wynford gets the stop. Now they got to get the score. Angler. Gets it to Sheldon. Gets a stream from Westrick. Sheldon saves it. Tries to get the Frombaugh. It's a turnover, though. Yost has it now for Carey. Up top, Yost again. To Reinhardt. They had a back door there to Broadman. Broadman's going to look to get all the way inside. Bella Phoenix with the board. They're going to call a foul on Frombaugh, and that's the freshman getting the offense, hitting the offensive glass, and hey, she can cut this right back to 3 with 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job there by keeping it high on the offensive rebound. Didn't bring it down to her waist or didn't try to dribble it. A lot of times officials are just going to call that because by giving up the offensive rebound, Brooke was slightly out of position, and then it resulted in a foul. You know, she has done a really good job, and knock on wood here, if you're a Royals fan, of staying out of foul troubles. That's just her 2nd here. She picked up one very early and has played about 3 quarters until she got another one.
This press has just been the demise of the Lady Royals. As I say that, Sheldon breaks it. Tries to get it to Frombaugh. Frustrated with herself for that one. Gets the steal right back.
Ugh,
how about the pass to Maggie Ridge? One mistake leads to a steal, and how about that assist? She made up for it.
Well, and here's the thing. She turned it over, and instead of pouting about it or hanging her head, she hustles back, she gets a steal, and then makes a play. So short-term memory is a sign of a really good player. Again, offensive rebounds. I told you, Josh. I told you at the half it was going to be a stat to worry about.
Hey, and it's been the difference here in this Carey comeback.
For sure.
As that foul is going to go on Engler. That's her 2nd, team 3rd. I'll tell you what, Reinhardt might have got away with one there, but it's 2 points. And a steal, and another 2 points. It's a 1-point ball game. What? Timeout. Coach Sheldon.
Well, here's one thing, too, I don't like, is on made baskets, Wynford keeps inbounding the ball directly underneath the backboard. And there's no chance to throw an overhead pass, you know, maybe a little bit to half court or somewhere in that area. You're kind of handcuffing yourself there based on where you inbound the basketball.
And the thing about it is, when you get that made basket, you have the baseline.
Correct. Right. Well, Carey's doing a really good job of getting somebody over top of the ball right away. I think it's been Kessler the majority of this half. And she's got good length, and, you know, she's got a high motor right now, and it's causing I mean, what a tale of halves, really.
Kessler has had the task of face guarding Caroline Sheldon for the past 2 quarters. She has held her to 5 points. And it's a 1-point Wynford lead.
You know, Wynford needs somebody else to make a play here for them. I'll use the word role player in quotations because I don't like using that. But if you look at the scoreboard here, it's Carey's very balanced.
Yes.
And for Wynford, it's basically been Sheldon and Fromball. I'd like to see Engler here, as a senior, make a play. She's more than capable.
Sheldon's going to get all the way inside, gets it to Westrick. And they're just going to, honestly, if you're at this point, you're up 1. We talked about it. This is where shot clock comes into play in high school basketball. Because, hey, they can come out here and dribble 4 minutes off this clock if they want to.
You're going to try to shorten the game here.
Shorten it. The only way a shot goes up is if it's a layup.
Yeah, and you see, Broadman, 24 for Carey's, not really going to come any further than that. So, well, now here she comes.
Kessler just staying attached to Sheldon's hip.
Yeah, two things here. If you're on defense, you hate this as a coach, right? But if you're on offense, right, and you got ball handlers like Wynford does, you're like, go ahead. Like, we're going to be all right.
That's got to be – that was really close to a 5 count right there.
Wynford's got 2 timeouts left. Carey's got 3.
Again, unless it's a layup, there's no reason for a shot here. But this is one of the situations where I say this is why we need a shot clock in high school basketball. It'll be a turnover. It'll go to Carey, and that's where that can kind of come back to bite you.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It really is. 3.5, 4 minutes to go. Maybe a little early in the game to start doing that, but.
Broadman, great pass. Phoenix, Bella Phoenix has 2 more, and Carey has the lead. Reinhardt's going to pick up the foul.
Well, and here's the thing.
They're going to look to get
kind
it
of
to
a
Ridge
tough foul,
long.
60 feet away from the basket. You don't really need to be that aggressive if you're Carey. You got the lead now.
Sheldon loses it. Ends up in the hands of Kessler. Reinhardt. Back to Kessler.
Listen,
to
I like Kessler.
She's done a phenomenal job here in the second half.
Listen, for being a freshman to not shoot that and understand time and score situation.
Sheldon's going to pick up another one. Her second. Team 4th. So the next free throw is going to put Carey to the line for the last 2:37. As we'll have Coach O'Flaherty a timeout. It is an 11-5 quarter in favor of the Lady Blue Devils. What have you seen, I guess, here in the second half that's allowed Carey to make this comeback? I mean, we know that it's on the back of McKinney Kessler defensively, holding Sheldon to 5 points, but what else has kind of flourished?
Riley Yost has played really well for Carey. Being a senior, she started for them as a freshman, right? I coached against her, and she's done a really good job and, kind of dialing up the pressure. She's got some steals, got some assists, some offensive rebounds. And I'm trying to think about Wynford. I mean, the third quarter, they were getting the ball inside to Brooke quite a bit. You know what we talked about? She had 8 or 7 or 8.
She had 8
in the third quarter. And kind of have gone away from that a little bit, and I think you got to give credit more so to Carey just by being able to consistently apply pressure to the guards of Wynford, and it's really been Sheldon and Engler carrying the bulk of that load for them from a ball handling standpoint.
Gets it to Yost. They're going to look to trap. Gets it to Reinhardt. Ends up on the floor. Ball was tipped. Jump ball will stay with Carey.
It's okay. If you're Wynford, again, Meredith Engler, not every single stat shows up in the scorebook. That's a big time.
That's a huge jump
ball
ball
to flip
situation.
the possession. See if they're going to blitz here. Yep, they did.
Reinhardt gets it to Yost. Broadman in the corner. Ball fake. Reinhardt back to Yost.
You still got to be aggressive for your carry here. I would still try to attack these gaps because what they did, okay. I mean, if you try to go score that, maybe you get Fromball to rotate over and then you get another drop off, you know, to Phoenix. That's where she's kind of lived, is just by getting Brooke to rotate over. They've had some dump offs.
Instead, you get a foul on Ridge. Her fourth. And Broadman's going to step to the line.
Yeah, and Coach Buzz Coker's in Coach Sheldon's ear about the foul situation. What do you want to do? Do you want to leave Ridge on the floor with 4 fouls, or, you know, you try to get under a minute till you put her back in? A lot of decisions to be made.
Broadman's going to split the pair. Jump ball. It'll stay with Wynford. I just looked it up. Emily Broadman's got 17 on the night. She averages 9.6 on the season. She's Carey's leading scorer at 9.6 points per game. That tells you how balanced this squad is.
Always been balanced.
Fromball goes up and gets that pass from Sheldon. Sheldon gets a swing from Fromball. There's the feed inside. Brooke up and through. Now she's going to get the foul call. Fromball is up to the line for 2. That foul will go on Kessler. Her third. Lots of
a lot of
3 numbers up there as Fromball misses the first.
A lot of Wynford officials in the gym tonight too.
Isn't that every high school basketball game, Coach? Misses the second. Fromball, normally a decent free throw shooter, misses both. Kessler's going to look to go coast to coast. She's going to get fouled. Kessler's going to step to the line with a chance to make this a 4-point game with 1.5 minutes to go.
I like her being aggressive there, going downhill. You assume Carey still gets under pressure here. They've had a lot of success with it here in the second half. Ooh, a missed free throw doesn't allow him to get into it. Sideline break.
Engler. Crossover. Engler all the way. Nothing doing, though. Rebounded by Phoenix. She's going to get fouled. Phoenix will step to the line for shirt 2. That's 3 on Engler now.
And if you're Wynford, the last 2 possessions, you fouled 2 freshmen for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, but Phoenix went 2 for 2 last time she stepped to the line. Now she's 3 for 3 in her last 3.
I said for what it's worth. We don't got the stat. I don't got the stats in front of me. I'd be nervous.
Make that 4 for 4, and that was about as calm as you could get for a freshman. It's a 4-point ball game. Engler to Sheldon. Sheldon going to step back. I think Kessler got a piece of that. That's going to go on Fromball. That's her third. So now everybody on the floor for Wynford has at least 3. Reinhardt will step to the line to shoot 2. A 72%er on the season. knocks down the first. It's a 5-point game.
Listen, this is...
At the end of the third quarter, it was a 12-point Wynford advance, or a 12. They had a 12-point lead at one point in the third quarter.
Correct.
Reinhardt misses the second, rebounded by Engler. Engler's going to be left wide open.
Oh.
Can't knock it down. Kessler with the rebound to Phoenix. Reinhardt has it now. Maggie's going to pick up number 5. And it'll be Reinhardt going to the line. Rachel Reinhardt to step to the line to shoot 2, and she's kind of got a chance to put ice on it here if she knocks down both of these free throws. First one smooth as butter. She's up to 7.
You still got time here. You don't got to settle for a 3 quite yet if you're Wynford. Try to...
Knocks down them both.
Sideline break.
7-point advantage. Sheldon's going to get it to Engler. Another 3-ball up. Nothing doing. Phoenix gets the rebound, gets it to Kessler. To Reinhardt.
You still got timeouts if you're Carey.
Be a jump ball call. It'll stay with Carey, though. 25
Coach
seconds.
O'Flaherty was trying to call one. If I'm him, I'm standing in that official's pocket. I got to be as close to her as possible just in case you want to burn one here. Because now the possession arrow is not in your favor.
The move by Bella Phoenix gets her wide open to get the inbounds. Reinhardt, Rachel Reinhardt gets it from Broadman.
Josh, this is going to do it.
Sheldon's going to pick up her 4th. Rachel Reinhardt's going to go to the line. And it looks like the Carey Lady Blue Devils are going to complete the second half comeback. And the scoreboard doesn't say it, right? Kessler's got 5 points. Bella Phoenix has 12. But
it's been by committee.
As the first one goes down, as Reinhardt now has 9.
Listen, 2 plays that stand out in this game. One, Broadman hit a huge 3 in the third quarter when Wynford just pushed it to 12. I said verbatim, that shot was going to be huge. And then the 3 that Riley Yost made at the end of the third quarter to go from 8 to 5, and then another 3 to start the fourth quarter. I mean, that right there swung this pendulum. Great job by Carey.
0.9 left. And the big swing was the defense in the second half by the Carey Devils on Caroline Sheldon. She had 5 points. Engler will hoist another 3. This one won't go. And I tell you what, the Carey Level Blue Devils have completed the comeback. They're going to defend their home court and get a season sweep of the Lady Royals by a final of 54-45.
What a great game.
One of the best games I've seen all year, and we're going to come back for an MVP, and we'll have a post-game show where you and I can talk about more about this fantastic contest, but it's going to be after this commercial timeout.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Homebuyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above-market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
Back inside the Devil's Den with our OH Report player of the game, junior forward for the Carey Lady Blue Devils, Emily Broadman. A come-from-behind win for you guys. And Mr. Kaple sitting here beside me just asked you, and it's going to be my first question for you, what was the halftime talk that really came out and you guys were a completely different team in quarter 3 than we seen in 1 or 2?
So we knew we were down, and we had to change some stuff. A player got hurt, so we had another girl fill in, and she did amazing on Sheldon. She locked her down. And we always say it's 0-0 at halftime. The game starts over, and we just had to all dig deeper. We knew that we could come out with the win, so we just knew it. We had it in us, so just kept digging the whole game.
For you personally, you led the team tonight, 17 points, and it was interesting because we were talking about you hit a huge 3 in the corner there in that third quarter, and Mr. Kaple's exact words on the air were that 3 is going to be the difference in the entire game. You hit a big 3 to cut it to 9. Riley comes down, hits a big 3 at the end of the third quarter to cut it to 5. You hit another 3 to start the fourth quarter to cut it to 2. What was the momentum swing like for you guys going into the fourth quarter after knocking down 2 huge 3s, getting that under 10, and then even getting it to 5, knowing, hey, we're right back in this game?
Personally, I thought we were still down by 10, and then I looked up at the scoreboard. It was like 45-50, I think it was. And after hitting those 3s, once we hit those 3s and we get right back into our press, that just brings us all together, and it makes our momentum go faster, and that's just what it builds, points after getting in the press, not stopping, everyone hustling to their spots, and that's what really gets us going.
My next question is, you've got 2 freshmen on this roster that give you guys big minutes, and Bella Phoenix and McKinley Kessler. Kessler does a great job tonight. We talked about it. Sheldon had 12 points at half. She holds her to 5 by just chasing her around the entire third and fourth quarters. Bella ends up second on the team tonight with 12 points. What's it mean for you as one of the leaders on this team to know you've got 2 freshmen that can give you guys critical minutes and do everything needed to be done to help you win a huge conference game like this?
I specifically really help them when they're struggling with something on the court. I go up to them and I tell them like how to fix it and to get back in the game, and they do it, and they're very good. McKinley did an awesome job. Sheldon is a very hard player to keep up with, and McKinley did awesome. Bella's always there. I hit her with the pass, and she always puts it up, and we just work very well together.
All right, so a huge win for you guys tonight. Now you take down Wynford. You're kind of still in that second place spot in the N10. You've got Seneca East there. You guys, Wynford's still going to be there. This is their 4th league loss. But I think the big circle on the calendar is going to be that next game you guys are going to have. What's it going to take for you guys to have a chance to, come out, finish the season strong, maybe take a share of an N10 title, and then make a deep run into tournament play, which the last 2 times I've been here against Upper and then tonight against Wynford, you guys have shown me, hey, you guys are talented enough and gritty enough to where you can make a district run, maybe even a shot at a regional.
So what I think it's going to take is, first, for us to start off strong. We haven't been started off strong for many games, but I think our practices, we change it up, and I think that helps us in our warm-ups. And with Upper coming up, we're going to have to do the same thing as we did last time. Riley is going to shut Grace down like she did last time. Riley is a great defensive player, and all of us are going to have to hold the other people and while she's holding Grace, because that's just going to shut their whole other half of their team down. And the rest of the season, we're just going to keep working hard at practice, no days off. We give it everything we got, and we'll see how it goes.
That's our MVP, Emily Broadman. Now we know how things work around here on the OH Report. My camera's looking right at you, so you look right back at it and give a shout-out to whoever you want to tonight.
Okay, I'll shout out my team because we really worked hard as a team tonight. Trinity Reinhardt because she got hurt, and Barb for her finger touch, and my family.
That's our MVP junior Emily Broadman for the victorious Carey Lady Blue Devils. Congratulations.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to be entering its 2nd year of media sponsorship for local nonprofits.
We've partnered with Crawford County Now to offer nonprofits a podcast and a radio spot.
First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
back inside the Devil's Den one final time. You just heard from junior forward for the Lady Blue Devils, Emily Broadman. A game team high, 17 points tonight. The Lady Blue Devils battle their way back and come out victorious 54-45 over the visiting Lady Royals.
Yeah, and Josh, I watch a ton of high school basketball, and I've probably seen, well, you do too, right? And I've probably seen 30, 40, 50 games already this year on the girls' side, and it could be because it just happened, but this is probably number one so far that I've seen this year. A tale of two halves, absolutely. Wynford dominated start to finish the first 16 minutes of the game, and even early in the third quarter, the first 2 or 3 minutes, it seemed to be all Wynford, and something switched. And we've kind of alluded it to Carey's pressure, and they did a really good job of their halftime adjustments, not quitting, battling through adversity to work themselves back into the game, take the lead, and then to kind of hold on. A really, really impressive and good win, and if you're Coach O'Flaherty, you got to feel really good, and you got to be super proud of your kids right now with everything that kind of just happened.
And I think the big thing, and we just talked with Emily about it, she had a phenomenal game tonight, but the two freshmen with Bella Phoenix and McKinley Kessler to step up, Kessler on the defensive side of things, and then Phoenix to do it on the offensive side of things, a great job on the offensive glass, getting putbacks, not being one of those freshmen. We hear it all the time. You used to coach it. You see a lot of these young players, when they get a rebound, they want to pull it down to their waist. She does a great job keeping it high, getting fouls, getting putbacks. Really helped them get this win tonight. And I just said it, and I want your take on it as well. You haven't got to watch a lot of our local teams a bunch this year, but this team's got a shot to, make it maybe out of a district and make it to a regional if they can come out and maybe get a faster start at the beginning of the game.
And that's what Emily said too, was one thing that she's happy with the win, but you can tell that she's a competitor to be like, hey, we still got areas we got to improve on. And she said starting faster, not putting yourselves in a hole is not ideal, right? It makes for a more fun and exciting win, but a quicker start. You're right. I don't know what division Carey is with the new alignments and stuff like that. I would assume they're a 6. But listen, they have some pieces. And another thing, too, that Broadman said in her interview was kind of her as a junior, how she takes those freshmen under her wing and is there to encourage them and uplift them in times of trials and tribulation. And that speaks a lot of her as a player. And I'm sure it bodes well and gives those two a ton of confidence when they're on the floor in a high-level varsity game on a Friday night. Like I said, they were the ones that were at the free throw line down the stretch, and you said it yourself. They looked like they were more than confident being there. So really impressed with Emily and her interview and kind of how she handled herself. And like you had alluded to, the two freshmen are really good, and they're going to be a problem not just the rest of this year, but the next 3.5 years of their career. So excited to watch them kind of grow and continue to get better and work on their craft and develop their game.
You see the stats on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Wynford finishes with 10 twos, 4 threes, 24 rebounds, 17 turnovers. A lot more turnovers in the second half than the first for the Lady Royals. They commit 14 fouls. They go 13 of 21 from the stripe. On the flip side of things, Carey has 14 twos. They match Wynford with 4 triples, 28 boards, 16 turnovers, 14 fouls. They were 2 of 6 at the half from the stripe. They finished 14 of 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, they made free throws down the stretch, and you saying it out loud and looking at the screen, I'm pretty sure that Wynford had all 4 of their threes in the first half, and Carey had all 4 of their threes in the second half. And you and I both know, and everybody listening knows how much of a momentum swing that is in any game at any level, to be able to hit the 3 ball and how that has kind of revolutionized and changed the game of basketball. The shots that were made by Carey in the second half were very timely. In particular, the one by Riley Yost in the third quarter was a big-time shot. And, I guess I'll say it again, a tale of two halves. And if you're too Wynford, maybe you want to take the lead on that as to, what do they got to do moving forward? And, what does that conversation look like in the locker room post-game for them? Because, listen, they have a lot of pieces. and they have the ability to, to still make some noise as this season kind of finishes out.
On that note, we're going to take a look at both these teams' upcoming games. Wynford's going to play Ridgedale on the 21st. Carey's going to get Kenton, so Carey's going to have another challenge.
Kenton's good.
They're going to play Kenton.
Kenton's good.
On the 21st, and then right after that, they get Upper Sandusky.
Doesn't get any easier.
They're looking for another season sweep with Upper Sandusky. So I guess before we get out of here, Coach, any last thoughts?
Like I said, a really good game. Sounds like Carey's going to have their hands full with the next couple games in non-league. In Kenton, I've seen them play a couple times. They got some nice pieces.
And it
Upper
is
Sandusky.
3-2
Wynford
here in the early going. Kind of sloppy. Great defense.
Style.
Fromball's going to get a rejection there.
I always thought he was one of the toughest to kind of coach.
What a block by Sheldon.
Even if you're Wynford too, you learn from your mistakes, right?
Sheldon's got enough to Fromball. That's why she leads the N10 in assists.
Half and you make adjustments.
Has it. Broadman in the corner.
And like we talked about earlier,
she'll knock down a 2 along her size, and she's got great awareness, and she's got another bucket.
To learn from this and ensure that it doesn't happen again. So, but again, really impressed with this game.
Yeah, let her set her feet. She's not going to miss.
That's all I got, man. Go Irish.
Trinity Reinhardt's got the board, and that's going to roll in.
More basketball tomorrow. We got Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Limitless range for Caroline Sheldon.
Next week for you on the OH report. I'll be back.
Riley Yost has two. That's
from Buckeye Central.
Great bounce pass. Brooke Farmball's got 2 more.
Tuning in. Stay safe.
Broadman with the ball fake 3. Great shot.
For all your high school sports, local and out of town.
Power dribble.
2 feet set. 3 ball. Her 4th of the half.